Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to look at all the wrestling news from Wednesday. We start with a very interesting story. PW Insider is reporting that Rey Mysterio was in Nashville on Monday to negotiate with Global Force Wrestling. He was apparently offered a contract, and Karen Jarrett even posted a picture of her and Rey Mysterio on Instagram, which I think is kind of interesting. There was also rumours that he was talking to WWE on Monday as well. But with him having a picture with Karen Jarrett, I think it's kind of swaying towards the fact he may be signing with GFW. I don't know. But either way, congratulations, Ray, for getting another job, mate, because Lucha Underground Season 4 is completely up in the water right now. So at least you've got a backup plan, mate. Good for you. Then we go to a very interesting and weird story. In an interview with People.com, John Cena revealed that he spends 30 to 60 minutes each day shaving his entire body. I told you it was weird. He said, I completely manscape from head to toe, from the ear down, so it takes a bit of time. I'm constantly trying to stay up on the fine line of my skin and stuff, so I'm a lot more grooming-centric than you would realise. My routine is a lot more than you would think. I'd say it's a strong 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for the interesting knowledge about your manscaping, John Cena. He said from head to toe. That means he shaves his pubes. I didn't want to know that John Cena shaves his pubes. That's a fact that we all know now. Please, let's move on. Daniel Bryan and Renee Young teased the return of Talking Smack with the following tweets. Daniel Bryan, don't worry folks, next week after SmackDown Live, Renee Young and I will host a pirate version of Talking Smack on Tout, #fake news. Renee Young tweeted Daniel Bryan in return saying, it's keeping the lights on at Tout and Dan will make the show up next week, #Talking Smack. Yes, I'm interested now. We have to check that out. Oh yes. Good. Now we move to an interesting story. There was a recent incident between AAA Promotion and Johnny Mundo. His fiancée Tara Valerie. Valerie left AAA because she was stripped of the women's title. Here's the backstory courtesy of Reddit user Master Kashai, something like that. I just heard all the details so I can hook you up. Johnny is engaged to Taya. She's the women's champion at AAA. Vamp has the book. So they get Johnny in for a photo shoot and they get him to bring all his belts. He has 3 belts for the company. They also ask him to bring Taya's belt because even though she wasn't in the shoot, they wanted to get some shots of the belt. Okay, so the shoot is done. They say they need to do some more shots with Taya's belt and they'll most likely keep it until the next show and they'll give it her when she shows up. Okay, no big deal. Happens all the time, probably, I would imagine. I mean, this is why WWE has multiple belts, so they always have one in case of something. So the next show happens, Taya's not booked, and they announce they are stripping her of the title for the reason that makes no sense. She used a choke in a no DQ match and is technically the other wrestler never submitted. They were just choked out. Yeah, really dumb. Now they just give the title to Sexy Star, who's just coming back from literally leaving the company high and dry and refusing to drop the title. Like, this is shit beyond the level of LOL TNA levels of asshole. So yeah, they both have every right to be fairly pissed off and basically try tricking Johnny into giving them the title. So fuck his fiancée over for no good reason. I believe that there was a reason given, which was missing a show or something, which was a show she wasn't booked for. Basically, Vamp is a piece of shit. Okay, there's your backstory. Fucking hell, that sounds like a bastard of a company. Johnny Mundo and Conan commented on the situation with the following tweets, directed at Vampiro, the AAA booker. The locker room thinks Vampiro is a two-faced lying douchebag who believes his own lies. Office dude, retweet if you're with us. Conan replied, once a douche, always a douche. Usually he has to resort to ho shit with the triple shit. Damn! There's a lot of hate towards him. He sounds like a dick. Fuck off, Vampiro. You don't just strip somebody of a title for no fucking goddamn reason, dude. Missing on shows she wasn't booked for. That's bloody Vince McMahon levels of petty sometimes. I mean, he can be a petty guy, but I don't think he'd do that himself. I kind of think if no one's pettier than that, I've got nothing to that. You are petty. And then the Twitter account Talking MMA has broke some MMA stories in the past that's claiming Brock Lesnar will possibly return to the UFC for another fight later this year. It's rumoured that he will drop the WWE Universal title to Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Lesnar will remain under contract through 2018, but his deal allows him to do UFC fights. There seems confusion about Lesnar's suspension by the USADA, which was a one-year suspension that started last July. Lesnar's retirement in February would mean that his suspension was frozen until he re-entered the drug testing pool. The Talking MMA account notes that Lesnar could possibly get another exemption. We do have a little bit of an update to that. Regarding that, it has been confirmed that Lesnar has in fact re-entered the USADA drug testing pool. While Lesnar won't be able to fight in November as originally rumoured, the idea is that Lesnar's suspension, which was frozen when he retired in February, will be up by the time his WWE contract expires in the spring. According to Ryan Satin of ProWrestlingSheet.com, Lesnar told the people in WWE that he doesn't intend on signing another contract. Whether this is Lesnar wanting to return to UFC or using the situation as leverage to get a better offer from WWE remains to be seen. Personally, fuck off, Brock. Just fuck off back to the UFC and go and be a shit fucking fighter over there, man. You're a worthless sack of shit that can't do any good for that company anymore. You're a lazy person that gets overpaid for no fucking reason. Fuck off. And that's my Brock Lesnar rant of the day. Now we move on to a very serious story. SmackDown Live's Shane McMahon was involved in a small helicopter crash earlier today in Babylon, Long Island. The helicopter with McMahon and the pilot made a crash landing into the waters of Gilgo Beach. Fortunately, McMahon was not injured as he was wearing a life jacket. He did tweet out saying, "I'd like to thank the man upstairs for looking out for me this morning. Thanks to the pilot Mario, Sufkovsko, Marine Bureau, and Fire Island Coast Guard." But this didn't take long for Rusev to take a shot at the man. I assume because of the nature of this tweet was approved by management because he wouldn't be allowed to tweet this if not. Rusev tweet, "When you don't respond to my video messages, you land in the ocean at Shane McMahon. Hashtag karma with a C, not a K, so he spelled it wrong. Hashtag WWE Battleground." Okay. I assume management did approve that because otherwise that is a really shit shot to take at someone, Rusev. But I'm just happy that Shane McMahon is alright. Thank God. Both him and the pilot are fine, virtually injury free. Thank God. And then we have an update on the Paige El Patron situation. A rep from the Orlando Police Department issued the following statement to Pro Wrestling Sheet regarding the recent Alberto El Patron and Paige situation at the Orlando Airport. OPD detectives have found the probable cause existing to charge Soraya Bevis, Paige, with battery domestic violence, or battery in brackets domestic violence. Detectives have sent the information to State Attorney Office for review, and the State Attorney's Office will determine whether to file charges in the case. Damn. So they're looking into both of them now, I think. The State Attorney's Office will determine if any charges will be filed at all. Damn. So it's taking a weird, interesting twist. I will keep you updated. And we have some more news about GFW to end the show. It was announced during the GFW conference call today that Johnny Mundo will be working the upcoming live events in August. Drago and Morrison's fiancée Taya are also scheduled to work the live events. It doesn't say if he's signed a proper contract for the proper shows, but he will be at live events, which is very, very interesting. And Johnny Mundo is a hell of a talent, so good job snatching him up there, GFW. And that was the news. It was very interesting. I enjoyed this news. I do hope you've enjoyed this newsroom. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. A link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.